how to sign a tax return through docsafe. Tax returns are the #1 document that gets signed through docsafe. Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to put a tax return into a client's account and how easy it is for the client to sign it. The first thing we need to do is to search for the client that we wish to put the tax return into. So this client is called Joe Bloggs, and I'm going to place it in his tax return folder 2014. The next stage is to find the client's tax return that has been processed. Most tax returns consist of 3 elements, but docsafe makes it even easier for the client because you're able to merge those 3 documents into one. Here's Joe Bloggs' tax return, covering letter and tax computation. So let's go grab all 3. And send them to docsafe. Close that off. So those 3 documents are now ready to merge together into docsafe to produce one simple document that the client can read and sign. So you'll see here there are the three files that are here. We just need to put them in the correct order. So let's start with the covering letter, and we will shuffle them into the correct order. So we've got the tax return, the tax covering letter, the computation, and then the tax return. We hit the merge PDF, and the document, we could call it anything we wanted, but in this case we're going to call it Joe's tax return. I'm going to use the Approve Plus system where you can place the signature on the relevant page of the tax return. So let's choose that and let's start the upload process. Those documents are now in docsafe, and all we have to do is choose where we want the signature to go. I'm going to quickly zip through the documentation, so you'll see the covering letter, the tax computation, and here's the tax return. Normally the signature goes on page 8, so if we file to page 8, we can see that the signature is required in that box. So let's pick the signature we wish to sign, and we can now place the signature box in the correct location, which I've now done. If we press the Start Approval process, an email gets sent to the client. We can have that by text or email, and the client then can go in and sign the tax return by clicking on the link in the email. I've now logged into docsafe as the client, so you'll see there are various documents on the right hand side which are the most recently added, and on the left here anything that requires signing. So you'll notice the top signed document is the most recent one, which is Joe's tax return. So let's go ahead and sign it. Click it and go to approve it. The document will come up on the screen, exactly the same as the merged document that you created, and we can flick through it if we wish and read it, or we can go straight to the signature page that requires signature. So if I press go to signature, you'll notice that the signature is there. All I have to do now is follow the instruction, place my name in the box and press sign. docsafe then processes that tax return, places the signature and the supporting evidence directly onto the document as a watermark, and that is now finished. So if we continue and go back to the dashboard, you'll see that document is no longer in the outstanding documents column. That document is now complete and signed. The client will have received a confirmation, and the accountant would have received a confirmation acknowledging that the document has now been signed. So if we open that document and preview it, you'll now see that that document as it was before is all there. That's the covering letter, tax computation, tax return, and if we go down to page 8, you'll see that it's now been signed and dated, and also some security information has been placed on the document itself. So that is now finished, complete and signed, and the client can then access that whenever they want. So that's how easy it is to get the document signed, the tax return signed by the client, and how easy it is to place the document in the first place.